will be talking about a topic called inclusivity. Have you all heard, has anybody heard inclusivity before? Can I have a raise of hands?
Namaste, ma'am.
Namaste.
Ma'am, inclusivity means including everyone.
Including everyone, yes, correct. Anybody else?
Inclusivity means including other people and accepting differences.
Accepting differences, yes. Anything else? One last answer.
It means including. It means including everybody around you, no matter how different they are.
Yes, thank you. So it also talks about building a world where in case you have any disability, there are chances given to you, okay, or there are opportunities given to you to showcase or bring your special abilities in front. Are we ready to meet somebody special? A very special guest of ours. Very, very warmly. She's a student, okay, and I think we have some children from grade 11th over here. She's a student of class 10 and she belongs to Faridabad itself. And can I welcome Simran Sharma to this stage and a big round of applause. Okay, Simran. So I'll give a short introduction and I'll request Simran to share her story. And we'll then open up for some questions also. Simran has a host of medals, okay? So many medals that it's beyond, I mean, I've written them down, but I think I should read it out. She's got more than 11 medals, 3 nationals, in the last 3 nationals, 6 gold, 2 silver, 3 bronzes. And she is a remarkable rifle shooter, okay? And she belongs to Faridabad in Haryana itself. I'll hand over the mic to her to share her story.
नमस्ते एवरीवन। तो मैं भी आप लोगों जैसी ही हूँ, कुछ अलग नहीं है मेरे में भी। तो उद्मेनि सिद्ध्यन्ति कार्याणि न मनोरथे न हि सुप्तस्य सिंहस्य प्रविशन्ति मुखे मृगा। अर्थात जैसे कोई भी काम बिना मेहनत से नहीं होता, वैसे ही हमें से सोचने भर से चीज़ें नहीं मिल जाती। सोते हुए शेर के मुंह में कभी हिरन जागता नहीं है, उसे परिश्रम करना पड़ता है। Good morning everyone, I am Simran Sharma. I am an international para rifle shooter. I am 15 and a half years old. I am an Indian team from 4 years. Happy to see you all here and share my journey. When I was 9 months old, I had an accident in Ahmedabad. And after some days, I have a major operation of spinal cord. And doctor said that I have a spinal cord injury on C6 level. It's a very high major injury and I have a no sense below the neck. My parents were depressed because I was a little child and I was just born and I had this accident and a major spinal cord injury. So we shifted to Chennai and I had many physiotherapy, stem cells, exercises for 2 years. I started recovering and I got senses back. Now I have senses still waste and gradually I started my study in Chennai at KITSI. We shifted to Delhi and there were many admission issues. No schools were ready to take me because they think that I am mentally disabled. They don't know the meaning of disability. There are many types of disabilities. A disabled child doesn't mean that he or she is disabled from mind also. So they were thinking that how they will handle me and if something will help, something will problems me, then how they will handle me. So, but then I finally got admission in Manav Rashna International School. But there were also many issues in the school also. Schools were not taking me in activities. I used to cry at home and said to my mother that I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to become this also. I want to participate in the assemblies also. And schools are not allowing me to do it. So I think that something that hurted me and my parents were not ready to see it. So my parents put me in piano lessons. Hello? Oh. Piano lessons, and as I know that music is always a major part of my life since I was born, and I used to eat food while listening music. So I used to distract my mind from all the negativeness at school and used to play piano, relax my mind. From there, my parents explored Shamak Dawa dance classes. I have danced for 4 years in Shamak Dawa, and Shamak sir have personally saw my dance and he was really impressed. So he put me in special potential batch, in which all the back dancers dance in front of the audience and with big stars, big celebrities at IFA Awards. So I danced with them 4 years. I got a trophy, and from there I got good recognition with my school friends. I got admission. I got good recognition in school activities. तो मुझे वहाँ से बहुत अच्छा लगने लगा, बहुत इन्जॉय करने लगी मैं फेमस स्टूडेंट बनती जा रही थी। उसके बाद मैंने चेस स्टार्ट करी। मुझे बहुत पसंद था कि कुछ नई चीज़ें एक्सप्लोर करने का, और मेरे पेरेंट्स ने हमेशा मुझे हेल्प करी है, हमेशा सपोर्ट करा है कुछ नई चीज़ें एक्सप्लोर करने की। मैंने चेस में गोल्ड मेडल जीता और ड्राइंग स्टार्ट करी, क्योंकि ड्राइंग भी एक थेरेपी है आपके माइंड को रिलैक्स करने की। अपने थॉट्स को अगर आपको लिखना नहीं है तो आप उसको ड्रॉ कर सकते हो। सो आई वॉज गुड एट ड्राइंग। सो in an international Kshitiz competition, I have won a gold medal, and from there I became prefect in school in 5th class. I was becoming famous, and I was always good in studies in top 3, so I was scoring good marks also. I started swimming, as we all know that swimming is great exercise for making our body fit. So first of everyone was thinking that how a disabled person can swim. His or her legs are not working. Then how? My nationals were clashing with swimming, shooting nationals, and I chose shooting as a career. So I didn't stop swimming, but I was not choosing swimming as a career. I do swimming for making my body fit, but yeah, my only focus is on shooting. When I was 9 years old, I started shooting. There was a summer camp at school, and I was really excited to try. So I took the trial class. And when I shot my first shot, it was bullseye in the center, and I was not knowing that it's the highest score in the shooting. So when my coach told me that it's the highest score and you shot it in the center, so I was really shocked and I was really happy that yeah, I can do it. I got confidence from there. My second shot was also in center, and I was really more getting interested in shooting. My coach was also happy, so he talked to the principal ma'am. Principal ma'am then talked to the parents, and my parents were ready to start something new. So we started shooting. I practiced for some months, and after that, I played my first competition, district level. I won a gold medal and qualified for the states. But they stopped me in the state because they told me that para rules are different. You can't play in normal. You have a different category and different rules. So we were not knowing at the time. My coach was also not knowing. So I stopped shooting for 2 years. But I was like, I have to do it. I can make the career in shooting. So my parents explored that para rules. They talked to the chairperson of shooting, JP Notias sir, and he guided us that there is an Olympic coach in Ambala. You can take guidance from him. He will tell you everything about parachuting. We used to go Ambala every weekend for shooting, but it was not regular practice. I was not getting my score at higher level. So we shifted Ambala for 1 year. My whole family has sacrificed a lot for me. My father used to my father used to stay at PG in Faridabad because of his job, and he used to come at weekends. My mother used to take me to shooting, and my brother used to stay back at home with my grandparents. So after a lot of sacrifice, after a lot of hard work of 1 year, I played my All India zonals and got a gold medal and 2 silver medals in it. Then I played nationals and got a bronze medal in senior category. And was qualified to the internationals but couldn't go because of COVID. And it was the visas are getting cancelled, as we all know. So I was selected for Serbia and Peru but couldn't go. But last year only I came to 4th position in Hanover, Germany World Cup from 55 countries. And from there, I got Khelo India selection and National Center of Excellence selection, in which it means NCOE, in which 15 to 20 best top shooters from all over India are selected and give the best facilities at Karli Singh shooting range. And I was selected for that also. I got a silver medal in Khelo India. For last 4 nationals, I have won 20 medals. And I was eyeing for the Olympic quota, and I have the last chance. I had the last chance in March in Delhi. For the first time, India was hosting the Para World Cup, and it was a great opportunity for India and for me to win the Olympic quota. But then my life took a turn, and it brings all unexpected challenges and test your patience. As you all know, Destiny has a different plans for you. So I was in SH1 category. Then the international committee shifted to me in SH2 category. I'll tell you why. In SH1, we have 3 levels, A and B and C. So it is according to the injury level. Some have polio and different disabilities. But I was having the major higher disability, so I was shifted to SH2. I was really depressed that I can win quota for India, but I was not able to win because I have shifted in SH2 category. I was really depressed. I was thinking that I should leave shooting. I can do something else. I can do study. But then my family, my parents, my brother supported me that no, you can do it. My coaches said that you know the basic, just little bit positions are changed. You can't give up now. So international committee allowed me that if you want to play World Cup, you have 2 days of practice, you can play. So we borrowed some equipments from our friend, and I practiced for 2 days. And after that, again I got my confidence back. I believed myself. I never gave up. And in 50-meter in India, I got first position, and in 10-meter in India, I got second position. So, besides this, many problems were going on. My 10th board, I was not able to give because of my World Cup. And with proper documentation, we have give it to the CBSE, but CBSE was not allowing me to give the next 3 exams. They were not.
Just hold it.
Yeah.
Working.
Huh?
It's working.
It's working. Just hold it close.
Okay. So I was not able to give 3 exams. So my dad did a case in High Court, and after urgent hearing, I have given 4 board exams regularly, 3 to 6 March, and now I have given the 2 board exams, 16 and 20 July. And in last 4 board exams, I scored 80% just studying in night. And now I'm waiting for the 2 exam results. And beside that, was having a Facebook account of 15,000 followers, but I don't know how it got hacked and got deleted. So I was thinking that every bad things, every negative things were coming like one by one in a line, but still I was having my family support, my coach's support, so I was not never giving up. So I faced all the challenges. Yeah, I was changed into SH1 to SH2. I lost my Paralympic quota. I was not able to give 10th board, so we have to do a case. And my all 15,000 Facebook followers were deleted, but I was not giving up. I continued my practice now, and recently I have won 3 gold medals in Haryana State Championship. Now I'm eyeing for the World Cups upcoming and Commonwealth in Australia and Los Angeles World Olympics in 2028, Commonwealth in Australia and Asian Games in Victoria in 2026. So there are many challenges I faced during my journey. I was facing, there are no ramps in the public areas. So I was not able to go to the public areas, government buildings, there are no ramps still also. Some schools also have not ramps. So ramps are the main problem. So I want to make the accessible free India and want to make sure that every disabled person can be independent and can go anywhere they want to. And schools were not accepting because they think that disabled person are mentally mentally problem. So they were not accepting me, students are not getting jail, they are not talking to you, they think that you are different, so they stay away from you. My family sacrificed, my brother sacrificed, and I was not able to go, still I'm not able to go to the train. The space is very less for the wheelchairs, the washrooms are not appropriate for the wheelchair person, and there are no ramps at the train. So I always take the flight only or by the car. So I'm not able to go in trains because of these problems. So I want to make accessible free India because of this. I was not having a normal school life as I have to practice 3 to 4 hours every day in morning. So I was not able to go school also. I only go school for exams. I have no friends because of that. Only just little bit shooting friends, but they are seniors all. So I have no friends. I sacrificed my social life. My mom and dad are not able to go any marriages because of my competition and my daily practice. But we never give up. So my message is to all that you will never fail until you stop trying. Just accept the pain and get ready for the success. If after these problems I can do it, then you can definitely do it. And I will say that you will not win immediately, but you will win definitely. And I think that more corporates should come forward, like Samat, and help rural people, rural areas have more opportunities for sports. More corporates should come forward to help more disabled person, and I want to spread these inclusivity ideas all over India so that we all can be more sensitive towards disabled person. And I just say that don't treat disabled person like different. Don't encourage them. Don't be so humble with them. And don't treat them as special. Just treat them as a normal friend. They are only on wheelchair. If you get hurt, you can also get fractured. So I have gratitude for everyone, my parents, my family, my brother, my coaches, and all my supporters who supported me, like Samar and other who are uncountless. So I'll say thank you everyone for giving me this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Simran. And we have Simran's mother also over here. Ma'am, please, we need to give a big round of applause to her. And isn't it really, really inspiring to have people like Simran and her mom here with us? Yeah? Are you all ready to become ambassadors for people with disabilities? Yeah? Before that, yeah.
Any questions before that? I can answer them. Any?
Why did you choose shooting?
I didn't choose shooting. Shooting chose me.
How were you able to take so much sacrifice? Because I didn't think I can take so much.
Sometimes I also feel depressed, but if there are family with you, family supporters, and many people are supporting you, so just take their support and just forget all the sacrifices. Just move forward and just keep in mind that don't hurt anyone. So do your best. Don't take that pressure. Also, you have sacrificed a lot. You have to do good, but just work hard. One day you will succeed.
Uh, how were you? What tactic did you use to swim?
I can swim with my hands and I can float on water. So you don't need legs with that. So yeah, it's a different tactic.
Well, well, all these bad things came to you. Didn't you ever get a bit irritated?
I always have anger issues with me, but it's not good. But yeah, I always made anger as my power also. And if I get irritated, I listen music because music is, as I told you, a major part of my life. So I used to sing, I listen music, I dance. So I forgot all the negativeness and all irritateness, and I start from beginning and new and just think from a good mind.
Do you still go to swimming?
Yes, I do swimming for fitness in evening when I get time. Now I can swim in oceans also.
Which stroke did you use?
Wow. I use freestyle, backstroke, and breaststroke.
Okay.
How did you become a shooter when you had disabilities?
Uh, Look, a shooter does not mean a disabled person does not mean that you can't be anything. Like we have watched a video, people with disabilities are traveling over the world. People with disabilities are doing everything what you want. So shooting is not this thing. My hands are working perfectly, so I can hold my rifle in my hands. So it doesn't mean that if you have some passion, if you have some vision, so you have to just go with the flow and just practice hard. It doesn't mean that you have disability, you can't do other things. You can do many things. My legs are not working, but that doesn't mean that my upper body is not well. So I can do shooting with my upper body. It doesn't need legs. So that's why para rules are different and normal bodies are different. We are doing shooting on wheelchair and normal are doing shooting while standing. So it doesn't mean that we can't do shooting.
One last question.
One last question.
Put this side, one child with red t-shirt.
How did you manage your
studies with shooting?
Yeah, like I have told you, I I have given 4 board exams regularly. So I only have studied at night and little bit more than that. So I never took tuitions. I used to study self because the things you will understand by yourself and not by a tuition teacher, it will help you more. So yeah, our tuition teacher can teach you the syllabus and all those things, but you have to understand it yourselves. Until you will not revise and revise, you will not get it. So I always choose the self-study option, not tuition. So first of all, I have no time also for the tuition and homework and then shooting. I always get tired with my exercises and all those things. So I took this method of self-study. It is enough if you study for 2 hours, 1 hour. So you will get the syllabus accordingly.
So we have, I'm sure we have musicians amongst us, we have sports persons amongst us, we have people with language skills and mathematical ability and science interests over here. But we also have somebody over here who feels like an all-rounder, right? so thank you everybody for participating. But does that make you all want to become Samarth ambassadors? Do you all want to be part of this? Yes? Are you all ready to take a pledge with me? Okay. This means that after you take the pledge, you all become ambassadors to promote people with disabilities. You will all be helpful. You'll all be taking people with disabilities like normal people, right? Like the way you treat any person without disability. So are you all ready? Yeah? Awesome. I want all of you to put your right hand on your heart and repeat after me. I pledge to promote inclusivity. I pledge to change perceptions. I pledge to empower people with disabilities. Thank you everybody. And with this, you are all now Samarth ambassadors. And I'm sure you all have your badges also, right? Yeah.
This is an everyday reality for millions of people with disabilities in India. The truth is, we disable people with disabilities by not considering them or their needs. Disabilities should not define what we can or cannot achieve. So let's bring down these barriers and pledge for inclusivity. क्योंकि जो नहीं किया आज तक वही तो करना है. समर्थ 500 मंजिल उनकी साथ हमारा.